Dev, you are in Delhi today, flying straight from New York, where you have planned a universal release of your new film, Love at Times Square. Times Square is New York, and New York is where all the...
Love at Times Square is a movie. It's a love story, evidently, as the name suggests. And Times Square is in New York, very famous place. It's like Connaught Place in Delhi, it's like Leicester Square in London, or Bindi Bazaar in Bombay. And Times Square, the New Year's Eve at the Times Square, or a Saturday evening at the Times Square is absolutely gorgeous and glorious. It's like 10 suns from the heavens throwing the light upon one square, and people from all parts of the world getting together, rubbing shoulders, not knowing one another, in one great chorus of rejoicing. This is where the story starts, which means the start of the 21st century, 12 o'clock 2000, 1 million people. It has snowed one day earlier, and I fixed my cameras right in the middle. And how we got to that place is absolutely unbelievable. हम 3 बजे वहाँ पहुँचे और 3 बजे कैमरा की पोजीशन लेके 7 घंटे हम वहाँ बैठे रहे हैं to catch 12 o'clock. And then 2001, 11th of September, the World Trade Center tragedy took place. So I couldn't get away from it. It's also very beautifully, very emotionally involved in the picture. So this is a very fine film, Indo-American feel, American feel. I want the Americans to see it and they love it. They'll feel flattered. The Indians settled down in America would feel flattered. And it's a plain love story. And love is universal. You said universal love story. Who doesn't love? Everybody loves. Everybody wants to love.
You seem to have started the trend, which has become partly a nuisance now, of selecting foreign locales for your films. And also, what you also did was to integrate your songs and stories with those locales, which is not necessarily...
I don't go to locales for the sake of locales. I go to locales because the story is set on those locales. I went to Hong Kong for that other picture, Hirapanna, because Hong Kong was featuring in the picture. I went to Nepal for Hare Rama, Hare Krishna because Nepal was featuring in the picture.
No, but you've also given breaks to directors like Guru Dutt and Raj Khosla and Goldie, and you resurrected even your brother Dev Anand, and a lot of new directors as well. Where did it all start?
Well, that is the contribution of Navketan to the movie industry. Navketan started in 1949. 1949 to 2002, how many years of one motion picture production house? How many crores and crores and crores of rupees must have gone into it, and how many stars, directors, music directors, lyricists, songwriters, so many talented people born out of it, which means 80% of the movie industry people have been born out of Navketan. Isn't that a contribution?
Now, how did this graduation in terms of personality start? You started as an actor, as a raw actor, as any other raw actor starts.
Oh yes,
and your journey into stardom.
I came
for 5 decades.
I came from Lahore way back in 1943 after my graduation from Lahore Government College, and I came just to be in the movies. And it took me 2 years to get a break. In 1945, I got my first break in Pune, Prabhat Film Company. 45 to now, 49, my company started rolling, and that's it. Then we made The Guide in 1965. Guide was the high watermark of my being a star. What is it beyond being a star? Stars come and stars fade away. But a motion picture maker goes forever.
Where and how did this transition or transformation come about from an actor? You were a producer, all right, you were an actor, all right, but the director part of it and then the writer part of it.
When I made The Guide, I went to America. Guide was acclaimed nationally, internationally. And then I'd known the ropes, I'd learned the mechanics, I thought I could write, I thought I could direct. And I wanted to make some types of pictures that nobody else makes, because nobody would dare make a picture which is different. People are slaves to box office. There's no such thing as a box office. Box office happens. So I'm making pictures that I think I feel for, subjects that I feel for. I make contemporary pictures on subjects that are happening every day that I think should be highlighted in motion pictures.
Now, what was the benchmark? What was the right time when you felt, जब आपको ये लगा कि अब actor बहुत हो गया, अब मैं director?
When I was the biggest star of the guide, when I could I could own half of Bombay, signing contracts as stars, I switched over. I started making my pictures as a writer director. That's my training.
तो उसकी वजह क्या थी? क्या?
My own creativity. Something inside me said, no, I've got to hold the complete medium in my own hands. I don't want to be anybody's slave. Today, my greatest triumph is, believe me, it is a triumph. If it gets into my head to make a film on a subject that strikes me, that obsesses me, I just go ahead and do it. I don't have to ask anybody. Right from the word go and scratch. It's a great feeling. It's a great feeling. And great sense of responsibility. You got to make good films because you set a standard. Now, a good film may not be necessarily box office hit or vice versa, but a good film is a good film based on a thought that's happening. And not many people in the industry do it. They are always towing a line of a thought, line of a certain row of box office hits, and they have the same types of movies on the same pattern over and over again. Not there are some people, but not everybody.
नवकेतन की म्यूज़िक के बारे में हमेशा कुछ एक नया ट्रेंड शुरू होता रहा है और अब आपने एक और नया ट्रेंड शुरू करने की कोशिश किया कि एक ही फिल्म में 5 म्यूजिक डायरेक्टर।
देखो मेरी बात सुनो, नवकेतन अफसर से लेके पिछली पिक्चर तक हर फिल्म में 6 गाने देख लो, कितने गाने आए होंगे। और इंडस्ट्री के जितने गाने आज कंपोज हो रहे हैं वो कहीं ना कहीं परम्यूटेशन कॉम्बिनेशन उन गानों का है। और आज कुछ नहीं, आज मैंने ये फिल्म बनाई है और मुझे ऐसा लगा कि मुझे 3-4 लोगों से म्यूज़िक लेना है तो मैंने लिया है। इसलिए लोग they start feeling, they start taking for granted. So I took four directors, so they compete with one another to give me the best tunes.
पर इन सब म्यूज़िक डायरेक्टर ने बहुत से फिल्मों में म्यूज़िक दिया, लेकिन जो आपकी फिल्मों में म्यूज़िक दिया वो कुछ हटके म्यूज़िक था। उसमें क्या वजह थी कि वो?
इसलिए कि म्यूज़िक ज़रा सेंस है, I have it. Music must stir you. It must give you a certain amount of emotional high when you hear it. It should be melodious. I come from the tradition of Dada Burman and S.D. Burman and R.D. Burman. अगर म्यूज़िक में बहुत बात नहीं है तो म्यूज़िक नहीं है।
एक ज़माना जब आप नए थे, मुझे सुनने में आया है आप गाना बहुत अच्छा गाते थे और आपके कुछ दोस्त प्रोड्यूसर डायरेक्टर जो थे, जो कि आपके आसपास जो ग्रुप में थे, वो दूसरी लड़कियों को छेड़ने के लिए आपको प्रोवोक करके आपसे गाना गवाया करते।
इसमें क्या है, जब आदमी ब्रेक लेना चाहता है तो गुनगुनाता भी तो है, गाने वाला गाता भी, ये इम्प्रेस करने लगता है। I'm not a good singer, but I could imitate. In those days, people like K.L. Sehgal and people used to sing those days, and I never learned it. There was no use learning when I became a star.
उस ज़माने की म्यूज़िक में और आज की म्यूज़िक में आपको क्या फ़र्क लगता है?
म्यूज़िक वही है, क्योंकि म्यूज़िक 7 सुरों से बनता है, लेकिन आज की म्यूज़िक में इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स ज़्यादा है। There's tremendous amount of electronic feeling of 3-dimensional orchestra. Imagine S.D. Burman giving his music, recording his music in the times of today. What great music it could have been then.
मैं ज़िंदगी का साथ निभाता चला गया, हर फिक्र को धुएं में उड़ाता चला गया. It fits you like a tea. You never seem to look back.
Why should one look back? Man is moving all the time. If you're not moving, you're dead. If you're looking back, you're tired. If you're tired, you're looking back. I don't want to feel tired. I get tired. Everybody gets tired. When you get tired, you stop, you pause, you look back. But when you're moving ahead, you're just going ahead, looking straight at your climb, the motivation point. So far, I've been going ahead.
लेकिन जब पीछे मुड़ के देखते हैं तो कुछ खूबसूरत यादें भी होती हैं जिनको आदमी
they are very much there in the subconscious state of mind. You have to dig your subconscious. The conscious comes out all of a sudden. You don't have to look back. When I start writing, if I want to remember something, no, that's me. I put my pen on a piece of paper and I go backwards. It flows. It comes straight from within. I don't know where from. Mine is an ocean. Because so much has happened. So much has happened from 1943 to now in all parts of the world. It's all there and happening still. So let it happen, let it happen, let it happen. Let it get saturated up to a point. But उस वजह से वो खो देंगे, क्या करना है?
बहुत सी बातें हो रही हैं आपकी ऑटोबायोग्राफी के बारे में, सुनने में आता है, पढ़ने में आता है कि आप ऑटोबायोग्राफी लिख रहे हैं, नहीं लिख रहे हैं। मैं भी एक नौजवान 25, 30, 35 साल पहले आपको मिला था कि आपकी एक बायोग्राफी लिखनी चाहिए, और मैं तो तब से इंतज़ार कर रहा हूँ। वो कब लिखी जाएगी आपकी बायोग्राफी?
I don't know. I write sometimes and leave it aside, then write a little more, leave it aside. A lot of people abroad and here also, very, very fine writers, they want to write it. But nobody can write it on his or her own. I have to be participating. And the fact remains it'll be a hell of a biography because it's a tremendous span. And the span of a man who's known all over the world, all of a sudden, in different parts of the world. Nobody knows Dev Anand, nobody knows Suresh Kohli, except from through the few columns that you read, or through the certain motion pictures interviews that you read, or the few movies. Everybody ultimately is in exclusive island within himself, herself. But I have so much to say, and so many beautiful things to say. And writing, तो बायोग्राफी ऐसी होनी चाहिए कि एक बार उठाए आदमी पढ़ना शुरू करे तो उसका दिल ना करे उसको किताब छोड़ने को. It should be pride, should like a big prize on the shelf, the biggest ever from any era.
इतने म्यूज़िक डायरेक्टर्स ने नवकेतन के लिए म्यूज़िक दिया, इतने लिरिसिस्ट ने नवकेतन के लिए लिरिक्स लिखे, सबकी एक ख्वाहिश थी कि नवकेतन के लिए काम किया जाए, नवकेतन के लिए गाना गाया जाए, नवकेतन के लिए गाने लिखे जाएं, नवकेतन के लिए म्यूज़िक दिया जाए। तो ऐसी सिचुएशंस बहुत सी होंगी जहाँ पर कि आपको ये लगा कि हाँ ये ट्यून जो थी ये बात है।
देखो
उसी तरह से जिस तरह की एक एक्टर से स्टार और स्टार से फिर एक बड़ा स्टार का जो ट्रांजिशन होता है वो आपकी फिल्मों में।
बड़े से बड़े लेखक हमारी कंपनी में आए हैं और लिख के गए हैं। सैर लुधियानी का आप नाम लीजिए, जो एक बड़े भरे उर्दू लिटरेचर का जायंट है, उसको पहला ब्रेक हमने दिया बाजी के अंदर, और क्या गाने बाजी के लिखे। बेस्ट लिरिक म्यूज़िक के अंदर वो है जो आदमी सुने और उसको परेशानी ना हो उसके मतलब समझने के लिए, एकदम एक सेकंड में समझ आ जाए क्या बोला ये है। मौजूद सुल्तानपुरी, नीरज, प्रेम पुजारी गाने, शोखियों में घोला जाए, रंगीला रे।
Where did you think the actor or the star in you took over the actor, and where do you think the director came in and dominated the star, or the star dominated the director in your films?
देखो, I'll be very honest. When I'm writing and directing my picture, it's only the director. Dev, the star, does not come in. Because in totality, picture को disturb नहीं करना है. अगर एक रोल dominate कर जाए और कहानी बिगड़ जाए आपकी तो it's suicidal. But when I'm doing an outside picture, I'm selfish. I don't let my role suffer. I've all the time played leads. I've not gone into character roles. Probably it's the only Indian star who's gone only for the leads, 56 years of his career. I don't have to. I don't need it.
Is that the reason why you stopped working in outside production?
Yes, because there were not many roles, number one. And number two, I was repeating myself. And number three, this is more creative. I think I was a deep ocean. I want to dig myself. I stopped taking work.
इतने न्यूकमर्स को आपने ब्रेक दिया, खासतौर पे जो पर्दे के सामने आए, the artist. Now, who do you think had the best potential, and who amongst your new star cast has the potential?
दुनिया जानती सारे अच्छे थे, वरना हम कास्ट ही नहीं करते थे। देखो हमारी चुनी हुई लड़की या चुना लड़का लोग एक्सेप्ट नहीं कर रहे हैं तो वो तो हमारी इंसल्ट है। I won't pick up anybody unless I know. I don't take tests. No. I look at a personality and I know, and I just take a photo. I put that person behind the camera, not the movie camera, still camera. And I just take photographs with a good cameraman. And while taking photographs, you know the potential. While talking to the person, you don't know the potential. And everybody is a good actor unless that particular person is a piece of absolute nothing but a piece of wood. Again, I say, it's the personality that matters. There's no such thing as beautiful looks, no. Or ugly looks, no. एक चीज़ स्क्रीन पे आती है और लोग खिल जाते हैं, वो खिल जाती है, और एक बड़े से बड़ा हैंडसम आदमी आता है, बड़ी से बड़ी खूबसूरत लड़की आती है, लगता है क्या यार, कुछ शैलो बात मज़ा नहीं आ रहा.
Where did this tag of Evergreen hero come on?
You ask the people. I don't know.
But at some point in your career, when this first tag came in, people must have talked about this.
I worked in pictures, and I worked in film, and I woke up and people told me, you've been liked.
Is this because you are an incorrigible romantic, incorrigible optimist?
I don't know. It must have come off in my movies. It must have come off in my attitude of life. It must have come off in my performance. It must have come, because I think I like to present myself well, and I think everybody in the world should present himself or herself well. It should be good to look at. You owe it to the world, you owe it to yourself. Yeah, very, very important. This will be a great country if it happens.
इस उम्मीद में कि आप दिल्ली फिर जल्दी आएंगे. शुक्रिया.
Thank you so much.